Alright, let's get this started, guys. If I can get you guys quiet, that'd be great. So we can start our little class lecture of fun. Is it Ugly Sweater Day?
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Alright. Now, this is page 13 on your interactive notebook. We are going to convert liters to moles. That is going to be our objective on this Ugly Sweater Day. I am wearing an ugly sweater.
I'm wearing a pretty coat.
Manchester United. My sweater? My wife did. Well, she bought it for me. How about that? I picked it out to wear it today. Huh?
She chooses your outfit.
Well, she bought it for me, but like I chose to wear this today. But I know. Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. All right. The last thing people need to hear this when they're like, "Oh, I want to try to study today." Oh, there's Mr. All rambling again. Okay, so converting liters to moles is what we're going to be doing. But before we get started, I want to kind of review what we've already looked at. And so, in our review, it's quite simple. We're going to start off with the very fundamental of what we first learned. And the first thing that we did was look at grams, right? Or one of the first things, I should say, wasn't the actual first thing. So we looked at mass. One of the first things we looked at was mass. And what kind of units do we use for mass?
Grams.
Grams. And what is the symbol we use for grams?
Wait, what?
What symbol do we use for grams? G. Okay, so when we want to convert things from grams to, what do we usually convert things from grams to? To moles. And that's the first thing that we converted things to. We converted it to moles, or MOL. Now notice, I'm going to have the arrow go both ways because you can convert things from grams to moles, but you can also convert things from moles to grams, can't you?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to put an arrow, and it can go either way. I have some bad jokes with the boys in the back right now, but just about converting things. Anyways, I'm recording, so I can't say them. I wouldn't say them anyways, but. Okay. Next thing. So it can go either way, as these things are. So moles to grams or moles to grams, you can do it. What if we do that conversion? What is the thing, the units that we use, or the conversion that we use, to convert things from grams to moles? What is that thing that we use?
Avogadro's number.
That's for converting molecules to moles. What's the other thing we do?
The thingy.
The thingy. The molar mass. You guys remember our molar mass? Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue with the molar mass is, compared to the other things that we convert stuff to, is the molar mass itself is only, it can change for each element or each molecule, can't it? So that could be a different number no matter what you're doing. So keep that in mind. All right, so another place that we've learned conversion, we converted things from moles to grams and grams to moles. What was the other thing we've also converted moles to? Oh, you guys are off to a great start today, huh? Molecules, that's right. And again, it can go either way. And so we're going to convert it to molecules this time. Okay, so you can convert it to many different things. In this situation, you can convert it to molecules, you can convert it to formula units, or you can convert it to atoms. It's basically the same procedure that you do each and every time. These aren't the bad. I gotta start writing a little bit better. I was getting kind of sloppy. All right, so now we are going to do our third conversion, our third way we can convert things from moles to something. The one we haven't learned yet, and that's converting moles to liters. So, So we are going to convert things to liters now. That's going to be our new step that we're going to be able to take. Liters is what we're really actually calculating is volume of gas. That's really going to be the last step they're going to do. On your worksheet 10-2 that you guys are working on in class, that the last few problems dealt with these kinds of issues. We weren't able to do them because we're like, what's STP? What is liters? You know, we haven't looked at any of that stuff yet. And so that'll be the last step that we're going to do today. But to take a look, what's the central theme that you see between all of these guys? Moles. Anytime you're converting anything, in this unit in particular, it's really important that you remember the first thing that you do is convert things to moles. Always convert to moles. If you can remember how to convert things to moles, each one of the three ways is going to help you a lot. Now let's take a look at what we use to be able to convert things to moles. Kind of review those. When we convert things from mass to moles, what do we use again? We just said it a few minutes ago. Molar mass. And so we know that 1 mole is going to equal to the molar mass. Do you guys remember exactly what the molar mass is for each substance? You may not know the exact number, but do you know how to calculate it? You guys okay with that? Okay, good. So you just got to remember that whatever the molar mass that it adds up to be is always going to be equal to 1 mole. This is the conversion that you use between moles and grams. Now it's either going to be 1 mole over the molar mass in grams, or it's going to be grams over 1 mole. One or the other, depending on which way you're going in your conversion. Now when you're converting things from moles to molecules or formula units, what is the conversion that we use? The number. What number is that? There you go. So we know 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and that either be molecules, formula units, or atoms, right? So good. Now we're going to do the last step, one that you haven't learned. But notice the central theme. Conversion of moles. How many moles do we have here that we use for this conversion from grams to moles? 1 mole. How many moles do we use between molecules and moles? 1. What do you think we're going to use between moles and liters? 1. Funny. Okay, so 1 mole, whatever substance that you're dealing with, is going to equal 22.4 liters. The nice part about converting things to liters is that you don't have to do any further calculations. Like molar mass, you got to determine what the molar mass for each individual element, atom, molecule, or whatever it's going to be, right? For moles, the conversion is going to be just always 22.4 liters, and that's the important thing to remember. Okay? Can you guys remember this number? Just like you remember, what do we call this number? 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Avogadro's number. So that's Avogadro's number. Named after the guy who invented it. Or came up with it, I should say. Alright, so central themes, each of the conversions that we're doing all convert things to moles first, don't they? The nice part about this, whenever you're doing any problems in this class, you should use this little graphical organizer, whatever you want to call it. Because what it's going to do is going to tell you exactly what you need to do. For example, let's say I'm converting things from grams to liters. I know I'm going to go from grams, I got to convert it to moles by using the molar mass, and then I'm going to convert it to liters using 22.4 liters. Let's say that given in the problem, it tells you already how many moles you have, and you want to find molecules. Okay, so I start off right here in the middle. How many steps over do I need to go to find out molecules? 2. Just 1, because you're starting here at moles. Go from here to here, 1 spot, right? If I was going to molecules to grams, how many spots over do I need to go? 1, 2. That means I have to do 2 steps in order to figure out that answer. I'd have to first convert it to moles, and then convert it to grams. This will help you to get through what am I doing, where am I going, on your test when it's on Friday or Monday. How far we can get in the next couple days, we'll determine that. But you'll know, I would highly recommend writing this right in at the very first part of your test. This will just be, it's like just a map of where you need to go with things, okay? So it's very helpful. As you're working on your problems today in class, do the same thing. Look at this or write it down or refer back to this in your interactive notebook so you know exactly how to do stuff. All right. Let's go on. The next part. Now we're going to take a look at how to do these conversions from moles to liters. So let's start with that. We're going to convert moles to liters. So converting things from moles to liters. Let's make up some number. Let's see. Gabby, give me a number. 5. All right. So we're going to take 5 moles. Let's see. Let's do methane, CH4. We're going to convert it to liters, our new volume, right? The new thing that we're need to figure out how to do. I'm going to go through the first step and then let you guys practice it from there. So, all right. So the first thing that we always do for any problem is we always want to write down what we know. In this case, we know 5 moles of CH4. We now need to do a conversion. All right, looking at this, we have moles up here. We need to convert this to liters. What should I put on the bottom of my dimensional analysis thing here? Moles. And what's the number that we use for amount of moles in any conversion?
1.
Just 1. We just use 1 mole. 1 mole of CH4. All right. Now we said in terms of liters, 1 mole equals to what number did we just learn? 22.4 liters. And that's exactly what we need to put in here now. Okay. There you go. Someone will be so kind as to get out the calculator and take 5 times 22.4. 112? Okay. So moles will cancel out. The only thing I have left are my liters of CH4. What was it again? 112?
Yeah.
And you're going to get 112 liters of CH4. Now, if there was anything, if I change this to any other element or compound or molecule or formula unit, would it make a difference to that answer? No. It'd be the same thing, right? Because we would use 22.4 no matter what for a gas. Okay. Let's now convert things. We see how this is set up, right? Let's you try it now. I'm going to put something in from liters, so we're going to convert things from liters to moles now. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to convert things from liters to moles. Is the next step that we're going to be doing. So when we convert things from liters to moles, let's see, let's make up a number of liters. Say 72 liters. Okay. 72 liters. Not really going to matter what substance we deal with. So I'll pick an element on the periodic table, sodium. Of sodium. Sodium gas. And we're going to convert that to moles. So we write down what we know. 72 liters. You guys figure out what we do next. See if you can do it. I kind of gave away too much already, but by setting it up like that. I feel like back in 4th period when you guys were here. You and Heidi together again. It's just from last year.
I remember that.
You know you're recording each other.
Oh, yeah, I need to stop, huh? Kane Elliott plus Heidi Richter. Ooh.
No, it was Jared and I.
Oh, Jared?
And then supposedly I cheated on Jared with Kane.
Oh.
And then Jared and Kane was
Oh, goodness. Okay, so, all right. Time to move on. We got 72 liters of NA. All right. Let's see. Who am I going to pick? Who's my straight person I'm going to pick? Not Kane, because you're not in the class. All right, Robert. Tell me, what am I going to pick on the bottom down here?
You're going to put 22.4 liters.
You are a beautiful man. 22.4 liters of sodium. Okay.
That's an opinion.
All right, Robert, pick somebody. Aaron. Remember, it's always a good idea to hang out with the right people. All right, so Aaron, 22.4 liters of sodium. What needs to go on top to make this conversion what we want it to be? What does 22.4 liters equal? That's what we started off with, yes. 1, there you go. 1 mole. 1 mole. All right, Aaron, pick somebody. Lindsay, what cancels out in this equation now? What cancels out over here? The liters do. See how the liters, you have liters up here on top? You have liters here on the bottom, okay? And so when that happens, it cancels what we call canceling it out. Just like in math, you have something on top over something on the bottom, they cancel out. That's what we see here. We have liters canceling out these liters down here of sodium. All right, Lindsay, pick somebody. Addie. What are the only units you have left over here? What's that? Moles, very good. Is that what we want in our answer? Very good. Addie, if you'll pick someone. Haley, if you will do the mathematical computation and tell me, what am I going to do, multiply or divide right here? If you'll give me the answer. .21? Okay. 3.21 moles of sodium. You guys getting this idea here? What's that? You get it? Oh, you don't? No, you're just going to divide these two numbers. So this is on the bottom, right? So you can take 72 divided by 22.4. See on this one where it's on top, you multiply. With this one, you'll divide because it's on the bottom. Yeah.
David has a question.
David.
What if you only have one decimal?
That's fine. Technically, we're going to go two spots over, but I'm not going to mark you down. We're not doing significant figures, so there is a way of figuring out exactly how many decimals you're supposed to have. In fact, actually, technically, you'd be more correct if you did 6 figs, but we're not going to in this class. All right, let's try one more. Or actually, maybe 2 more. This time, we've converted things from moles to liters to moles. Let's try something else. Let's try converting things from grams to liters. So now we're going to convert things from grams to liters. This will be a little bit more intensive step. So when I convert things from grams to liters, how many steps am I going to need? I need 2, right? We're going to go first convert it to what? Moles, and then moles to liters. All right, let's see. Let's take 25 grams of CO2. 25 grams of CO2, nice easy substance. Let's convert that to liters of CO2. Why don't you guys try that on your own real quick? Try to do the computation. I will do it for you, but if you do not practice, you will not get better at this. Yeah. I did, thank you. Okay. Remember, guys, I don't care if you can't answer the question. That's not the problem. I want to see you at least make that effort, okay? We'll get a little feedback. If you're making the effort, when I go over it in just a minute, it'll make a lot more sense than if you're just sitting there waiting for me. And that's what I care about, making that effort. Instead of staring at the box. Playing with the box. Not to put anyone's name to that. Yeah, I know it's a pretty box. Alright, here we go. Who do we leave off on? Who was the last person to answer a question? Haley, pick someone, Haley. Who? Cheddar. What's the first thing I should do? What's the first thing I should do, Cheddar? In this problem? Sure. Okay, we find the more mouse. That'll work. Alright, carbon. Cheddar, how many carbons do we have? 1. What's this mass? Good. Oxygen, how many oxygen do we have? What's this mass? And we multiply 16 by 2? What do you get? 32. And you add that to 12.01. What do you get? Good. And what units do we put on that? Grams per mole. There you go. Grams per mole. Very good. All right, so we got 44.01 grams per mole. Cheddar, pick somebody. Sergio. Sergio, what should I do next in this problem? You can keep it simple if you want to. Yes, write down that number. So we'll write down that number, 25 grams of CO2. Excellent. All right. Sergio, pick somebody.
Hannah.
Hannah. What's going to go down here? Not 1 gram. Not 25 grams. Not 2.4.
44.
There you go. 44.01. And what do we call that 44.01, Hannah? What do we call this number? Really? The molar mass. I would expect that you would know that. Anyways. So we have 44.01 grams on the bottom. Hannah, pick somebody. Sergio. What goes on top? What does 44.01 grams equal? No. 1 mole, right. I hate to break it to you, but the seniors in the back that are hanging out back there messing with Lindsay, they knew the answer, and they're not even part of the class right now. Okay, so 1 mole. Very good. Sergio, what cancels out now?
The grams.
Grams of CO2, very good. And what's left over? 1 mole of CO2. All right, very good. Sergio, pick somebody. Brando. What needs to go on the bottom in this situation?
1 mole.
Very good. 1 mole of CO2. Pick someone, Brando. Sergio. Poor Sergio. Sergio, what are we looking for in this answer? Liters. What do you think should go up here?
Nope.
22.4 liters. That's very good. 22.4 liters. You may pick someone now. Hannah. If you'll do the calculation for me. Oh, hello. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 12.7? I hope that's right. Okay, 12.7. And that'll be 12.7 liters of CO2. All right, one last problem, then we'll call it quits, and then there'll be no more. We're going to convert now liters to molecules.
What?
We're going to convert things from liters to molecules. That'll be the last one we'll do. Just so you can get more practice at this, because that's all we're going to be doing for your test. I'll make up a number, let's say 7 times 10 to the 23rd. We'll say molecule, or we'll do atoms this time. Let's see, atoms of, well, diatomic atom, how about that? Cl2. CO2 molecules, I didn't write that right, but oh well. There you go. And you're going to convert that to, oh shoot. Oh well, we'll do it backwards. We'll convert those to liters. No big deal. Instead of liters to molecules, we'll do molecules to liters. There you go. Alright, give that a try, see if you can do it. If you can't, raise your hand and I'll try to help you a little bit. Alright, I'm going to do it up here. I want you guys to continue to work. There's not enough time. When you think you got your answer, I want you to kind of look up to see if you did it right when you're ready. Alright. Alright, there's the answers when you guys are ready to look it up. This is how you do it. And that's about it for this lecture. I'll be coming around to help you guys if you need help on this. And then work on 10-2 when you're done with this problem.